and judgment was delivered. This is by far a first in Nigeria. In fact, a Guinness Book of Records for the fastest deliberated case in Nigeria.
This very dark man case with Falana is the fastest in the history of our judiciary in Nigeria. This case supposed enter Guinness Book of Record. Is the fastest. I didn't even know judiciary they are this fast. If they are this fast, how come my tenants are still in my estate? Almost 2 years, we never even move from one court. How come Rivers Assembly, the one where they can go APC, their matter still they caught up till now? This is the fastest judgment or fine in the history of our judiciary. This supposed to enter Guinness Book of Record. They should call Guinness Book of Record people to come and take this one. This is the fastest judgment any human being can get. Guy, judiciary is truly for common man. Is truly for common man. I am not supporting what he did, yes, but this judgment is the fastest I've ever seen. Even House of Assembly, we see they do inquiry, they never finish their inquiry. Court don't fire. Which kind country we dey? One law for some people, one law for others. How come Rivers is still in court? How come judiciary hasn't done something about it? So very dark man own is important, eh?
Well, for starters, the case eventually went to court and judgment was delivered. This is by far a first in Nigeria. In fact, a Guinness Book of Records for the fastest deliberated case in Nigeria. To the point that, according to what I read, that VDM was instructed to delete the video or videos from his page and should no longer comment on the Falana's issue, and was subsequently fined 500 million naira. It's okay. Let me first and foremost speak to Falana. That thing that you are desperately trying to cover, your action in itself is exposing it, because you old men, Mr. I don't the old too, we tend to forget that this is not the 80s. This is not the 70s, 80s. As a matter of fact, this is not the 90s. This is the internet age. And let me go back to the court case. The court case ruled that the information contained in the alleged audio is false. Okay, that's it. Let me speak to Falana. Where is Bobrisky in all this? Where is Bobrisky in all this? I have my contacts in the US who have already carried out a forensic analysis of that audio tape, and the result came out that that audio is very, very real. You guys are shielding Bobrisky, making sure that he does not come to the public to speak, because obviously Bobrisky, as he is incapable of that boy, that man, that boy, be him or she, will crack. So you are preventing him from going to face scrutiny. If I were VDM, take Bobrisky to court to come and explain that audio. That's what I said. Our VDM should call me. I don't know. I really don't know. This is a simple common sense. Sue Bobrisky to court for damaging the name of a public figure. Play the devil's advocate. Play reverse psychology. Take this game back to them. If you say a worry boy like me, I don't know how to play this game. It's called reverse psychology. Just so as to get Bobrisky out. Take Bobrisky to court. Sue him. Sue Bobrisky to court to come and explain the audio in your audition. Maybe one name your lawyer can carve it. You be the one to take Bobrisky to court. Since Falana has taken you to court, now you take Bobrisky to court. The end of this thing should not die like this. So we must get to the end of it. This Falana, that whatever you are desperately trying to hide, must come out. VDM, go and sue Bobrisky. You can't suffer in the stead of Bobrisky. Bobrisky is supposed to be the one going through what you are going through. Since people are afraid to arrest Bobrisky, you sue Bobrisky to court. Tell your lawyer, my brother, you are saying Falana has no case. The court has already ruled in favor of Falana. So for me, the judiciary, that's what I'm going to talk to Falana. I'm going to speak to Falana. I'm going to speak to the judiciary. I'm going to speak to VDM. I'm going to speak to Bobrisky. As far as Falana is concerned, he's a desperate father trying to. You're not covering any name. You're not trying to protect the family name. You're trying to shield a son from. You're trying to shield a son. But you forgot that this is the internet age. If VDM deletes the audio, it's already out there. The internet does not forget. So if VDM deletes the audio, you cannot delete it from my own page. I have it in my own phone device. You cannot delete what I've heard in my head. It's already in my memory. It's already in many blogs. So what are you going to delete? Once you delete it from VDM's blog, because what you are doing right now is that you yourself are reducing the very name you claim you are protecting. You yourself, Falana, you reduce yourself. Because you have to begin to take everybody to court. Me, Falana, you, they fuck up. You've already tarnished you yourself by going to that court, and the court delivered that verdict. You have tarnished your name. If any name has been tarnished, you tarnished it. It's something you would have ignored. Other events would have come in and people forget. Other events would have come in to take over. Nigerians, they forget very easily. But you, this VDM case, you are the one now refreshing it in our mind. I have no content to say, but you give me a content to talk about this evening. It's almost 2:30 a.m. So, Mr. Falana, as far as I'm concerned, whatever respect I have for you is gone. It's gone. You get me? As far as I'm concerned, they will describe you as charge and bill. It's even a respect to that black gown and those wigs you are wearing. Senior advocate of nonsense. Allegedly. Oh. This is bullshit. This is crap, man. Now to the judiciary. A country without a judiciary that can't be relied upon by its citizens is gone. A country without a judiciary that possesses the identity of the hope of the common man, a country with such a judiciary is gone. The strength of a country, the strength of a functioning country is dependent on a functional judiciary that is unbiased and tells the truth. This is the same judiciary that many cases in the courts go to our prisons. You see many people's cases are hanging for years, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. I spoke to somebody the other day direct from the prisons who said he has been in the prison for 5 years, 5 wholesome years. His case has not been decided. But here we have a case, because it involves a son, sharp, it has been decided and ruling has been given. This is the time I called on well-meaning Nigerians to appeal that case and help VDM. Let's not leave him, because we must teach the judiciary and the Nigerian system that they are not stronger than the people. I said something in my video. That revolution that they think they are scaring Nigerians, something must trigger it. Something will definitely trigger it. So if we have a judiciary that can speedily deliver a judgment in favor of Falana, there was no forensic. The court did not order a forensic appraisal of the video in question. So you are saying now that if I have a video of the president masturbating, let's say President carry Ebola, the masturbate, and I have the video now, and the video is real, and I have a video displaying the president of an unbecoming conduct, so I should not let the rest of the country know the type of president that they have as a president, because the video or the whatever device I have containing such a video will be deemed as false. So it's so sad that a civil case like this can so speedily be resolved. It clearly shows we have a judiciary that can be controlled by the highest bidder. We have a judiciary that is peeping through its blindfold. Let me see who I go rule against. That is what our judiciary is now. We have a judiciary that is peeping through her blindfold, and this is very, very sad. It's very, very sad for a country. This bobrisky matter reveals a lot about the decay of Nigeria, about the decay of the judiciary, about the decay of the correctional system, about everything that defines us as Nigerians. We should not leave VDM alone in this matter. I told VDM, you are talking about NGO, leave that NGO matter back. Leave that NGO matter. This Falana case, put all your effort to see it to the end. It took you to Lagos court, appeal it, then sue Bobrisky. Please, sue Bobrisky for making a phone call that defames a senior advocate of Nigeria. How would you make a call, rubbishing the names of renowned Nigerians? I'm suing for court. I'm suing to court for defaming my godfather. That is it. It is called reverse psychology. The whole idea is to ensure that Bobrisky gets to court, and those questions that he has been avoiding is put to him by his lawyer. We must get to the bottom of this. That godfather, we want to know who is the godfather. We want to get, because if we have such a godfather that is so strong enough that can make Bobrisky not to sleep in prison, that can make Bobrisky not to appear at the invitation of the House of Reps, that can make the judiciary so speedily deliver a case, then Nigeria is in trouble. This VDM case must not be a case we should let just go like that. Please, VDM, I beg you in the name of God, if you see this case, if you see this video, I beg, call me. If I have your number, I would have called you, but I don't have your number. Call me, I beg. We need to fight this thing together. Let it not be as if you are the only one that can speak. I feel talk. If give me that audio, let me post it on my own. Give me the audio. Let me post it on my own wall so that it will not be you again. Let me post it. Let me refresh it by posting it on my own wall as fresh from my wall. Give me the audio. Send the fresh audio to my, because you want the audio that you have. You are speaking on it. You are interjecting with your voice. Give me the fresh clip. Let me post it so that Falana will come and arrest me. What nonsense, Falana? What? Oh my goodness. As for VDM, The only advice I'll give is that be careful what you wish for. This area that you have gone into, this area of homosexuality, is a dark spirit that a lot of people are so involved. It is not a straight cut out case of just audio. You are delving into a society of very, very strong occultic people. Very, very strong. Very, very strong occultic people. So you must not only take this thing as simple as it is. Don't be fooled or carried away by the supposed support you have online. Go and bath yourself up. I'm not a fetish person. But if you're going to fight people in an occultic society, you must also learn to bath yourself. I believe Christ matter for this one. Go and bath yourself. I'm not saying Christ no get power for this one. No, bath yourself. Because where you are digging into, it's a very, 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 very strong occultic setup. That they will do anything to protect the setup that they have. This occultic group are now in charge of the judiciary, of the EFCC, of the system, of the police, of everywhere. They are in charge. Quite frankly, I feel sorry for anybody that is a judge, or even this INEC. Let me shock you about something. Do you know that this INEC guy didn't want to read this election in the first place? INEC never wanted to read this election, but these people have taken over. If you're in INEC, what's this guy's what's this guy's name now? This INEC chairman, what's his name? Mahmoud Yakubu. If you're in his shoes, I trust you will know the pressure, how much these bad people have taken over. You know, Wike. There's a picture, comic picture of Wike. Wike PDP and Wike APC. You don't know the amount of sacrifice, the amount of fetish. I read something the other time that somebody sent me from the House of Assembly. What they do, how they renew their fetish trait to remain in power. It's a very, very strong. That's a very deep occultic circle you're going into. Whether you think it's as simple as just a content creation for people to get traffic, I don't know, but it's a very, very, very big, dark occultic place you have delved into, and you must prepare to bath yourself very, very well. You must prepare yourself. And then, as for Bobrisky for me is a symbol of how decay our culture as Africans have become. Because in many of my videos, I've asked the question: how did Bobrisky come from just a street urchin to somebody who has so much finance at his disposal? Jeep of 200 and something million, rings of 6 million, earrings of 8 million, this million. The idea is to use him to lure more males to go into this devilish act. And for the women that I see these things on the internet where women seem to be okay with men describing themselves as women. Over time, the identity of woman or the freedomhood of womanhood will be taken over by men. God did not make a mistake by making the man and distinguishing the man by giving him penis or prick. God did not make a mistake by distinguishing a woman by creating a woman and giving the woman toto. Let me tell you something. Man and woman are two distinctive entities. Yes, the woman may have eyes like I do, have legs like I do, but we are very, very different. There's no basis to compare a man and a woman. It's like comparing an orange with biro. There's no relationship whatsoever. We both have our different functions. God wanted man to be attracted to the woman. That is why he gave woman breasts, gave woman yash, gave woman vagina, and creating vagina in such a way that just mere looking at it alone, it sends signal. This is the only remote connection, wireless connection between the man and the woman, so that once a man sees a woman's nakedness, our kahuna machine gun is activated. And when God was creating the man too, he took time. Because the penis is a complicated instrument, very expensive instrument that God took time to create. God didn't just rush to create mistake. A lot of thoughts were put into creating the penis. Can you imagine a man carrying a penis without a brain, without ears, without eyes, without basic 5 senses, and yet we are able to control this thing every time? Being a man is a beautiful thing. I love being a man. Being a woman is a beautiful thing. I love the spectacle that God gave the woman for me to enjoy. When I drive on the road, when I see a woman's hip, I get fascinated. I say, wow, God must have done a beautiful job on this, because I'm a man. When I hear a sweet woman's voice, when I hear a sonorous voice of a woman, I get happy, because I'm a man. The same way, I am not a woman, so I cannot tell why a woman feels in the front of a man. So, because I don't want to be a woman, I want to be a man. I can only tell you the experience of being a man. So I wish I have the kind of money that is required. I would have gone to schools. What this guy is doing, one guy Keck goes to university and lecture young men about the importance of sexual identity. Yes, my guy, I like woman. That is I am fulfilling God's purpose to love a woman. So Bobrisky is the seed of evil in our society. His role is simple: dress beautifully appear in functions, spray money, live a lifestyle that suggests being who you are, gives you the idea that you can actually live a good life. And the system is actually working very, very well. Bobrisky has recruited a lot of people. James Brown, there's one guy I saw on the Honest Bunch, I've been on our podcast. This is pure, unadulterated evil that must be stopped. We must create a process of saving our bricks and our becuses to be functional for which God created for. We must protect. I'm not joking. I'm not trying to be joking like here. I'm trying to be very, very real. The idea that this sodomy, this high level sodomy is gradually being introduced into our society. Let's make you come join me now. Yeah, come join me. We join together. Let's make you. Since you like to talk, come and join me now. Hello. Let's talk about prick and Totoya. Come. Hello. You don't quiet. Cause me, I'm now only prick I get. I can only tell you about prick. I don't know anything about. Come and tell them about how they feel, woman they feel. Eh? You know that people enjoy and they hear a voice. You are telling this the microphone. Come follow talk. Say she don't get my time. You get me? Now the idea is to ensure that Bobrisky attains a luxurious life, so much so that most of our youths will be induced or allured to this lifestyle and then begin to question their sexual identity. That's the whole idea. I'm an African. I'm very, very proud to be one. My African culture stipulates two sex, male and female. But imagine the way you got now, boy, and the only way to determine it is the prick. But you carry prick now, boy. But you carry prick, pure and simple. All this idea that sexual identity can't be contextualized is the language of the devil, so that you begin to doubt who you are. I was made in the image of God, and God, after creating me, God said, I am beautiful. So I am very, very beautiful. I'm a very, very beautiful man with a very, very beautiful prick. And my prick cannot be used to go into smelly places such as Yash. You get me? I enjoy the sensation of Bekus. I enjoy making love to my wife. I enjoy the beautiful scenery of her breast and Yash. Because I'm a man. She too, if I put my shirt, when you see my gola stand like this, say, yeah, Otogu, come. So that is love. That is how it's supposed to be. That is how it's supposed to be. So when I see people, celebrities, don't to decay giving Bobrisky audience, using their platform to further promote him, the fact that they are giving him platforms to promote Bobrisky exacerbates this complication of our sexual identities. How can anyone see a beautiful Bekus as Bekus like this with those things where they yama? She get me just like this. You know like him. Now Yash we just no fine, it's just only simple, that's all. See all the components that forms Bekus where you see like. Yeah? See the vulva, see clitoris, see this one, see that one, the open and see red something inside. Those one don't trip you. Now Yash. Where they take shit, where they take away waste. Yeah? Where sometimes if somebody scratch me for Yash, if I mistakenly scratch my Yash, come put hand for nose to smell, and then carry predator. Yeah? Don't swear say you never carry hand scratch your Yash, come down for nose to see the smell. How good is you know the do you know what do yeah? Only sometimes maybe I just fist where I just scratch my Yash like this. I come down for nose to smell.
That is the country we find ourselves. The judiciary is just for the common man, not for the. You see it? How many days the court has been decided, the judgment has been decided already, and find very dark man. I hear say they say maybe Bobrisky can't apologize. The same thing. Bobrisky say they apologize because he's a gay godfather. He not fit bring himself down too low. Now the Nigeria we find ourselves with this. If you not get money, you're on your own for this country. Just imagine now. A lot of court cases, issues full everywhere. Court never decide. Now this very one now because very dark man not connected. He don't get a godfather. He's on his own. So you just one man, one individual. No, now court will decide easily. And not concern them. All this one now where everybody they talk about them. They not concern them. They will do what they want to do. People they use their power. They oppress the poor, and they say they want good country. They say they want to build this thing. Anyways. You heard, please share this video and please subscribe to this YouTube channel. I don't want to say anything for this. I just say, man, bring this to your notice. Please subscribe.